And the first round of the MIAA playoffs continued for the Wellesley Raiders this week, with the boys and girls hockey teams respectively. We check in first with the boys, who face the Barnstable Red Raiders on the road at Gallo Arena on Thursday. Coming in as the number 6 seed in Division I South brackets and one of the top offensive teams in the division with 75 team goals on the season, Barnstable gets to work right away. Barely 30 seconds into the first, off a pad save by Jack Maxwell, the puck shoots back out to Barnstable's Cody Pasek, who then feeds it to Donnie Broad for the quick score and a 1-0 lead. The Raiders are left wondering what just happened. Later on, it's Donnie Broad who returns the favor. This time he gets the assist, and Cody Pasek somehow squeezes the puck past Maxwell's pad, and it's 2-0 Red Raiders. With Barnstable continuing to control time and possession in the opening period, the Raiders do take advantage of this Red Raiders mistake deep in their zone, and Sean Matthews cuts in front and whips it past goalie Kevin Huska. And for the moment, we've got a game, 2-1 Barnstable. But Red Raiders go on the offensive attack once again as Chris Fowler's wrist shot goes top shelf, and Barnstable gets a 2-point lead back and close out a high-scoring first period of play. New period, same results for the Red Raiders. On this offensive face-off in the opening seconds of the second, Mike McDonough's shot from the point deflects off Kyle Johnson's skates and into the net for another Barnstable goal. Wellesley's now down 4-1. Now not only faced with a big deficit, Raiders also have to contend with the fact that Barnstable's smothering defense gives them little to no chance of controlling any puck possession throughout the game. So to the final period we go. Raiders season is rapidly running out of time here as Barnstable continues to pour it on. Ryan Dombrowski's stretch pass here finds an open Cam Curtin up ahead, and Curtin's goal adds more damage to the lead. 5-1 Red Raiders. For Wellesley, now down by 4 goals, not to go unnoticed was the defensive stops by Captain Jack Maxwell that prevented Barnstable from scoring even more in the game. Though Wellesley would ultimately come up short in this one, still, this was a hard-fought season to be proud of by these Raiders. In the end, the Red Raiders' offensive powerhouse was just too much to overcome for Wellesley. Chris Fowler's second goal of the game would seal the victory for Barnstable as the Red Raiders advanced to the quarterfinals, beating the Wellesley Raiders to the final score of 6-1. Moving on to girls hockey on Friday, the Raiders were eager to start their playoff run in the first round of Division II MIAA tournament. Finishing the regular season with an outstanding record of 17-1-2, the Raiders, as the number 2 seed, would have to wait a whole week until they would have to face their first opponent. And so coming in as the 15th seed, the Shawsheen Tech Rams would come into Babson wondering if just maybe would Wellesley be a little rusty with all that rest. Quickly in the first, Raiders' Sophie Vernon would be the first to respond to that question with a resounding no, as her slapshot goal gives Wellesley a 1-0 lead, getting the packed crowd pumped and, more importantly, her teammates pumped. With only seconds left in the Raiders' first power play of the game, Danielle Hickman steps up and takes the shot, which then bounces off Rams goalie Kirby Corcoran, landing right into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Raiders. Still in the first, Raiders continue to impress. Watch here as Cecily Doctor causes a turnover at the red line, and an impressive NHL-like move twists and turns, completely tricking Corcoran for her first goal of the game and the Raiders' third of the period. Much to the dismay of Shawsheen Tech, we're still in the opening period, as on this play, Kaylee Korskaden feeds it to Carly Boyle, and Kirby Corcoran tries to stick save it, but instead, it sneaks right through her legs. It's 4-0 Wellesley as everything just keeps going right for the Raiders. Just 2 minutes into the second, Sarah Goss's slap shot gets rejected, but the rebound is right there for the taking, and Kat Donahue easily scores, making it 5-0 Wellesley. And the deficit just keeps getting bigger for the Rams, who have only 2 shots on goal. Shawsheen finally has a little something go their way, as Kaylee Korskaden's goal here is waved off, as the Raider was caught in the crease. But they cannot capitalize on any momentum from that, as seconds later, Kennedy Harper has a possible breakaway here and dives for the puck, but it's just out of reach, and Harper slams her stick down in frustration. And as Wellesley continues to control puck possession, the few scoring chances the Rams do get are easily defended by goalie Megan King. Later in the second, after another Sarah Goss slap shot, Carly Boyle is there for the rebound and her second goal of the game. Now with a 6-0 lead, Raiders coach Campbell is able to rest the starters the rest of the way. The Raiders outplay the Rams in this one as they coast to a 6-0 first-round victory over Shawsheen Tech. With news that number 1 seed Methuen-Tewksbury lost in a huge upset by 17-seeded Sandwich, the Raiders now stand alone as the number 1 seed as they face the Milton Wildcats on Saturday in the quarterfinals. For Raiders Sports Report, I'm Rebecca Cannon.